All right. In this video, I'll be explaining the simple way of understanding internal range liquidity, right? And how do you understand internal range liquidity? First of all, you have to understand what a liquidity is, right? So if you watch my other videos, my previous video on my YouTube, you will see where I speak extensively about liquidity, but for this purpose of this video, liquidity is just a place within price that there's a lot of order, right? So when you have a range, first of all, you've answered the word liquidity, right? You've answered the word liquidity. Now, what's a range? A range is like a price movement, a swing of a price. You understand? A swing movement or a price movement in a particular direction. So when you have something like this, and it is what? It is termed a range, right? Let's make this a little bit smaller. So when you have something like this, and it is termed a range, you realize that the liquidity inside this range is what is called internal range liquidity, right? So when price is coming below to this zone, and price takes this and gives a confirmation, then you've used your internal range liquidity. So let's open into the chart and get a clean example of what an internal range liquidity is. So example of the internal range liquidity, here I'm using a daily time frame. So most likely and most times internal range liquidity on the daily is like a fair value gap, right? Fair value gap is also a liquidity. You can see because at this point you can view that this is a previous day low, which is a liquidity on its own, which is a liquidity on its own. So price taking out this place and giving a confirmation before moving is internal range liquidity that has been taken. So if you look closely to that on a lower time frame, you see that price did what? Price took out the internal range liquidity before doing what? Before moving in the external direction. So this is a simple way of what using internal range liquidity. You can also check different ways of confirmation to use this internal range liquidity across different zones and different time frame, right?